As an empath, I fully understand how challenging it can be to separate your own feelings and thoughts from those of the people around you. Unless you're aware of your own highly sensitive nature and take the appropriate steps to protect yourself, it will be easy for toxic people like narcissists to manipulate you. Let's take a close look at why this is so and what you can do about it. Why are empaths easier to manipulate? Many empaths are easy to manipulate because they experience other people's emotions in a very literal sense. They don't just see that someone is hurting, they feel it. That can become a very confusing situation very quickly for the empath. As an empath is growing up, they often don't understand why they are so sensitive, and neither do their family members. It takes a while for them to realize why they are that way and begin the journey of awakening to their talent. In the meantime, it can be very easy for the people around them to manipulate them and take advantage of their good nature. Even after an empath awakens to their abilities, they can still be manipulated by toxic people like narcissists, who are very experienced manipulators. This is why it's important for empaths to become self-aware and learn to take care of their own needs. They need to ensure that they get the space and time they need to process the influx of emotions they sense and to make appropriate decisions about how to respond. It is vital for an empath to learn to listen to their own intuition, and they must learn how to separate their emotions from those of the people around them. They also have to become more assertive in stating what they want and taking strides to get their needs met. Self-compassion is a key component of being able to do that, and to cultivate it, you must first understand how you are different from the other people and accept those differences in yourself. When an empath is self-aware and awakened to their talents, they are much more able to resist the manipulative tactics of toxic people. How do you know you're an empath? Everyone has the capacity for empathy, but not everyone can actually absorb and feel for themselves the emotions other people are experiencing. So how do you know you're an empath as opposed to simply an empathetic person? According to researchers in psychology and neurology at several prominent U.S. universities, there are specific areas of the brain that are stimulated when highly sensitive people view images of people that are positive, negative, or neutral. These areas are more strongly activated than in the brain of people who are not as sensitive. That indicates there are biological differences in the brains of people who tend to be empaths. But short of getting a brain scan, what are other indicators of being an empath? Here are several traits that are signs you could be an empath. Number 1, empaths are highly sensitive. Highly sensitive people are extraordinarily aware of the emotions of other people. They sense them, and they often take them on as their own feelings. This makes them great listeners and even better nurturers, but it also means they can easily get their own feelings hurt. Many empaths are told they are too sensitive. Their family members may suggest that they need to be tougher or toughen up. If this resonates with you, it might indicate you're an empath. Number 2, empaths are highly intuitive. Empaths tend to have a highly developed intuition. They listen to their gut rather than their brain. They are often great judges of character, but if they are not self-aware, they may be confused by the influx of emotions from other people to the point that they can't read them. If you are aware of your intuitive abilities, they can help you cultivate positive relationships. The key is in learning how to trust your gut feelings. This is often a challenge for empathetic people. Number 3, most empaths are introverts. Because an empath is so intuitive, they tend to look inside themselves for answers. Additionally, the influx of emotions an empath gets from the people around them makes them avoid crowded places. It can be confusing to be sensing the emotions of so many people. For those reasons, most empaths are introverts. They prefer being alone or just with a few people. They get overstimulated in other situations. Number 4. Empaths are overwhelmed by environmental stimuli. Empaths get overwhelmed quickly in places where it is noisy, smelly, or otherwise very stimulating. They prefer silence in most cases, particularly when they need to concentrate. The reason for their overstimulation is that they are not just taking in the noise, they are also experiencing the emotions of the people around them. How can an empath prevent manipulation? If you think you're an empath, it's important to take the steps you need to take in order to protect yourself from toxic energy vampires like narcissists. Those kinds of people will take everything they can get from you and leave you emotionally drained. Protecting yourself means setting strong boundaries and enforcing the consequences of any violations. You also need to make sure you have plenty of time alone to process your own emotions and any toxicity you've experienced. Additionally, you need to immerse yourself in pleasantly stimulating environments. This means different things for different empaths, but here are a few examples that can help you find what's right for you. Soaking in a hot tub, treating yourself to a spa day, walking in nature, meditating to the sounds of nature, sitting in a quiet place alone, or getting a massage. Unless they are aware of their highly sensitive nature and empathetic talents, empaths can easily fall prey to narcissistic manipulators. They tend to question their own interpretations, and narcissists pick quickly up on that. Additionally, narcissists can quickly spot their emotional triggers and use those to keep the empath on edge, which makes them more vulnerable to manipulation. But there is a way to prevent that. I have compiled the techniques that helped me recognize and diffuse my emotional triggers in a 5-step roadmap to heal emotional triggers. This handy guide is free, and if you would like a copy, simply click on the link below the video. I'll send it directly to your inbox so you can begin healing today. Thanks for watching.